Wednesday Moon, and this is your host, Michelle Renee Tindadia Shan. Thank you for joining me today. So, I have a couple of things that I wanted to discuss today, and one of them is about clearing and cleaning our home. And it's really interesting that many of us have different items that we may use to clean or clear the home of negative energy. And I think it's really important. I know it's really important because how we think and feel is also attached to the energy that's in a home or the energy of the people that you are connected with. And if you find yourself in a trying situation and then you talk to people who are also stressed because of their own issues and different things, and we're all interrelated, like a spider web, then all of that is congested energy. And so we want to make sure that we clear ourselves of that so that we can think properly, so that we can think with clarity, so that we are not bombarded or weighed down because of other things that may be happening in people's lives that have nothing to do with us. However, because we are a collective, we can tend to take on those energies of people. And rightfully so, because we care. We care. Even the things that are happening on your feed, people are commenting on. We are the largest news network in the world, the Facebook community. Literally one of the largest. I want to say outside of that is probably Google+, because I know even on my own page I've got somewhere close to 200,000 viewers. So those two networks, there's a lot of energy. And it's really a living newsreel. So you will need to make sure that you clear yourself. You should clear yourself before you go to bed. You should clear yourself before making a major decision. And definitely when you wake up. So I'm lighting my mother candle. It's a candle that I use for working purposes. So anyways, I wanted to discuss the two different elements that I use for clearing. Actually, I do one of these three things that I find to be very useful. Of course, we have our age-old sage, and this is mine here. And you'll see, I'm going to light it again. It's got some smoke left on it, and that's good. And I notice that it will go out as my space is clearing. So, and that's a good thing. So, this right here, it's fully lit, smells amazing. And it's nice because it also, as the smoke is ascending, I can definitely feel the energy lightening, spiritual energy, and my clarity becoming extremely focused and streamlined. Another item that I use for clearing is Palo Santo. And some people wonder, what is Palo Santo? Well, this is a very protected tree, Palo Santo, and you can do various things with Palo Santo. However, clearing is so important that you can use for your home. And you can tell when clearing needs to happen because it starts crackling and popping, talking to you. So, and I'll do this in different spaces, and you can set it up somewhere and it'll set. So I've got that on fire. And I'm going to just allow it to wave out. And this is Palo Santo. It has a very fruity wood forest smell to it. And this particular cleansing and clearing is more and intensely more effective than the sage. The sage is all-purpose. So it's like salt, right? Sage is all-purpose. However, Palo Santo actually clears out energies that have rested in a home for a long time. Very dark energy, very dense energy. And it has a lot to do with that deep wood that it's connected to, the tree. And the way it's harvested, it's protected. I want to say this from Brazil, it's protected. And you can't chop down a tree and then harvest Palo Santo. You actually have to wait for the tree to fall before it's harvested, and then harvested in a very specific way. So I want you to do your research to learn all these beautiful ways and how Palo Santo is preserved and then created for our use. Okay, however, it is a protected tree, and so that's one of the reasons why, because of its sacredness, um, as to why it has such a very strong clearing properties when it comes to old spirits. So that's definitely another one. And another way that I do a cleansing is through bath, and that might be a ritual bath. Sometimes you will need to release the negative energy that's stuck in your aura and then also stuck in a family line, an ancestral family line. So you can do that by using certain milks and coconut, certain herbs, and it just depends on that family line. The type of herbs that you might use. It could be mint, it could be rosemaries, it could be roses, but it usually is a very strong cleansing herb that you're going to add to that bath water. And it may not be one, it may be several that you are going to use. And so you may find yourself doing this once a week, literally clearing negative energy out of the way. So what I'd suggest every day is using your all-purpose cleanser, and that's your sage, okay? So you want to make sure that you use that. And what I would do when you light your sage, I would light a candle and then light your sage from the candle. So for today's purposes, I did use my lighter. And I always keep a mother candle when I'm working, and I will light any subsequent candles from this particular candle. It's like my staple candle. So this is your all-purpose. Use this during the day. Now you see mine is still flowing, and we're just keeping real flowing energy going. So I find it interesting that it's still flowing, right? Okay, so I'm going to put that there. And then the secondary cleanser that I would use this after you get home from work, especially when you're dealing with people that may be really toxic. So use this as a personal, and you want to sage or Palo Santo yourself, so you do that with feather, or if you don't have a feather, you can fan the smoke towards you, and literally from your feet all the way up, and then around the head, going around the body. Very good, right? Okay. And then I would do any points that are entry points to the body. So definitely the nose, around the ears, the armpits. Why? I don't know. But we already know we sweat there. There's a lot of pores there, right? Okay, our mouth. So making sure you pass it this way. And then go in between your legs. Make sure that you're passing that energy there as well. Okay? And once a week, I would definitely do a ritual bath. And preferred for you to do that bath on the day of the week that you are born. So if you're born on a Saturday, do it on a Saturday. If you're born on a Wednesday, do it on a Wednesday. And find a cleansing spiritual bath that resonates with you. The herbs that you're using, whether you're using whole milk or goat's milk or coconut milk or rice water, whatever elements that you're using, and it's okay to use more than one, and you probably should. So this is where you're going to get into your story, your family line, and find out what foods they ate. And you can do that. What if there was a farm, that would be, it could be goats and cow's milk. And so therefore you would honor your ancestors that way, and then do a cleansing and ask for a blessing over your familial line and yourself. So these are some things that I do for cleansing. And I do this every day, starting during the day. I offer incense and cleansing with my ancestors, and when I'm speaking to my family at the shrine. And then before I go to bed, I wash clean as well. And there's a good, wholesome essence that allows me to rest well, and then to meditate into my sleep and have some amazing communication during my sleep time. So this is just today's daily tip, and I hope you enjoy. Run out and get some Palo Santo. If you don't have Palo Santo, I've got Palo Santo. So hit me up down on my timeline, and just say, yes, I want some Palo Santo, and I have it pretty inexpensive. So with that being said, have an amazing day, and I will bring you the next tip. And please remember to subscribe right down there and like that page. Share it too. With that being said, this is Wednesday's Moon. Your host, Michelle Renee Tendaji Ashe. Daily Inspiration and Daily Divine. Ashe.